What's going on, YouTube? This is Mag Dog TV. We coming back with another one. In this video, we will do the way too early starting lineup projection for the Colorado Buffaloes offense, as we usually do this every year around this time, especially before the spring game. The Colorado Buffaloes will be completely different before the 2025 season. We're going to talk about that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know.
Colorado Buffaloes are going through another transition period. For the first time in head coach primetime Deion Sanders' era, his son Shedeur Sanders, along with Travis Hunter, is not in the lineup for the spring football's projection, which makes it a little difficult for me. I'm going to give you guys the projected starters, not based off of me, but on what I really think they're going to do. So let's get to it. We're going to start with the kicker, Buck Buchanan. Coach Prime promised fans that the Buffs' kickoff issues will be solved next season, and that appears likely with Buck Buchanan's big leg headed to Colorado's thin air. During his junior season at Louisiana Tech, Buchanan kicked off 56 times, and 51 of those went for touchbacks. It's definitely going to be very helpful to have kickoffs in the end zone during the 2025 season. This helps with the field position and all of those things. So it's definitely going to be helpful for the Colorado Buffaloes in regards to their defense. Next up we have is right tackle Aki Ogunbiyi. There should be an interesting competition at the right tackle spot if last year's starter Philip Houston is fully healthy. Fortunately, Colorado added Texas A&M transfer Aki, who played in 23 games in 5 seasons with the Aggies. I definitely think he has a very good chance to beat out Philip Houston, in just my personal opinion. But we will see what happens in regards to spring training ahead of fall camp in the 2025 season. At right guard, I have Zy Chrysler. The Big Ten has always been known as a rough and tumble conference, especially in the trenches. So when Colorado added Zy Chrysler, a 2-time All Big Ten honorable mention lineman, I was definitely very excited for his production. Chrysler has an experience at both guard and tackle, getting starts at both spots in 2023, but I believe he will settle in as a starter at one of the guard spots for the Colorado Buffs. Next up, we have IMG Academy center Cash Cleveland, who's definitely my favorite. He's a testament to the ability of the coaching staff to find diamonds in the rough. Cash Cleveland became the second true freshman to earn starts on the offensive line last year. Cleveland played in 6 games, including 4 starts, and will have the inside track to earn the starting center job for the 2025 season. Next up, we have is Tyler Brown at the left guard position. Although he did struggle a little bit last season, Colorado boosted its offensive line with the debut of former Jackson State transfer Tyler Brown, who spent his first season in Boulder on the sideline after he was ruled ineligible by the NCAA in 2023. Brown saw time at both guard and tackle, but looked more comfortable on the interior. So it remains to be seen if they're going to go with that route, putting him inside at the left guard position, and it remains to be seen for the 2025 season. Next up, we have the easiest selection, left tackle Jordan Seaton. The hype was definitely real when it came to left tackle Jordan Seaton. Seaton started all 13 games for the Buffs and only allowed 3 sacks, and he was all freshman of the year in 2024. At the tight end position, I'm going to go Zach Atkins. I love his mentality. He will be making a jump to the FBS level after spending 2 seasons at Northwest Missouri State. Atkins is a dual threat at tight end with the ability to stretch the field in the passing game or contribute to the run game as a blocker. One of the things that stood out that he stated was, quote, "They're the most hated team in college football in regards to Colorado." And I love that. I want to be a part of that. I feed off of that. And I know people in that locker room feed off of that. That's a privilege. And I definitely think he brings a certain mentality to the Colorado Buffaloes offense. Next up, we have is the wide receiver selections. There will be 4 different wide receivers starting for the 2025 season. I'm going to choose 3 right now, according to Pat Shermer, running a 3-style, 1 tight end offensive formation. Draylon Miller is definitely in that lineup. Showed that he could make plays at either wide receiver or running back during his freshman season, and will be a load to handle out of the slot next season. I expect Miller to be the recipient of many of those tunnel screens that offensive coordinator Pat Shermer likes to call. The rising sophomore could also make the occasional appearance in the backfield, and it will be definitely exciting to see for the 2025 season. Next up, we have is Joseph Williams, who I definitely think will be in a battle for the wide receiver position, and definitely with Quentin Gibson. But Joseph Williams, CU got a huge boost from the transfer portal when it convinced him to actually transfer from Utah UDs to come to Boulder instead of signing with them. Williams caught 30 passes for 588 yards, 5 touchdowns, and capturing AAC Freshman of the Year honors with Tussle in 2024. The ceiling is very high for this football player, and I think his experience could potentially lead him a starting spot for the 2025 season. At the number 1 spot is Amarian Miller, who suffered an ankle injury last season. Even though he has only had 21 career receptions with the Buffs, Amarian Miller has had memorable moments. Miller opened everyone's eyes during his freshman season in a game against USC Trojans when he caught 7 passes for 196 yards and a touchdown against the Baylor Bears this past year. Miller had one of the best touchdowns of the season. He later dominated the Kansas State Wildcats before a leg injury ended his season. The path is clear for Miller to assume the number 1 job next season, and I expect him to take advantage of that for the 2025 season. At the running back position, I'm going to go Michael Welch. Michael Welch dealt with a lot of injuries during his freshman season, but when healthy, he provided a boost to a stagnant rushing offense. Welch is a load to bring down because of his 5'9", 205-pound frame, but he quickly hit the hole when his offensive line cleared a path, and I think the ceiling is high for him and the rest of the running backs as they have Marshall Faulk as the new running back coach. Definitely will be helpful for him as well as everyone else at the running back position. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to say that they're going to go with Caden Salter. Although you guys, especially if you've been watching my videos, I like Julian Lewis, but I'm going to give you guys what I think they're going to go with based off of experience. The competition between Caden Salter and Julian Lewis will be fun to watch, but for now, I will give the experienced college starter the benefit of the doubt. The Liberty Flames have been consistently competitive since moving up to the Football Bowl subdivision level, largely due to the great quarterback play from Salter and current Green Bay Packer Malik Willis. In 35 games with the Flames, Salter threw for 5,889 yards and 56 touchdowns while adding 2,006 rushing yards on the ground. I personally feel like Julian Lewis will be the better fit. He is the future for the Colorado Buffs, but the experience from Caden Salter is definitely going to give him the edge. I can clearly see it every single time that I watch well-off media videos and hearing certain coaches from the Colorado Buffs camp speak about Caden Salter, the way that they are promoting him. It's just clear and obvious that Caden Salter is their guy for the 2025 season. You guys can get down in the comments and let me know if you agree with any of the things that I stated in regards to my projected Colorado Buffs wide receivers, running backs, and so on in regards to the offense, or if you disagree. If you disagree, definitely let me know. Where do you disagree at and all of those things. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you guys will see it. Until next time, peace.